Hello everyone, this is Joan from the Brown Dragonfly. I'm currently in the Facebook group for Align.Arrow. We have weekly challenges going on, and this week will be floating pockets. So I wanted to share with you a couple pocket ideas that I really like. They are, of course, are not mine. Just from watching some videos, these are some things that I've really found that I enjoy doing. So I just want to share a couple ideas with you, and then this next week you can make any pocket that you like for the challenge. Using your own papers, you can use digitals. I'm going to be using scrapbook paper for one of them and some coffee dyed paper for another, but you can use anything that you want. There are lots of freebies in the Facebook group. If you go to the media tab and then under albums, you will see different freebies that Natalie has given, and also if you can still access the files section, there may still be some from last year there, I'm not sure. So right now I just want to get into the first one. Probably a month ago or 6 weeks ago, I was watching Tulip Cottage Designs, and Lisa was making this double pocket that I really just loved, and then in the last journal I made, I put 2 of them in there. So I'm just going to show you how to do that today, and I will link her below because she is incredible at explaining each step and taking her time. She's very good at it, better than I am. So I will leave that link if you want to go check hers out. But I will do my best today, and I'm just going to do the base of this. I'm not going to do any decorating. And when this is posted in the group, I will leave pictures with my finished pockets. All right. Okay, so we start off with an 8.5 11 piece of paper. We are going to take this short side, and we want it, instead of 8.5, we want it to be 5.5. So I'm just going to cut that real quick. And we keep the scrap, will be good for something. All right, and then while we have it this way, we are going to score a 1/2 inch from this side and a 1/2 inch from this side. And even though this has a scoring tool, I don't really like it, so I still use, until I can get my own separate scoreboard, which I would like to do, I just use this. So I'm going to do a 1/2 inch here. And I'm going to turn it over here, and I'm going to do another 1/2 inch. Okay, and then we're going to turn it this way, and we're going to score at 3.5. Actually, I think it's 3.25. I'm looking at my notes. Yes, it's 3.25. And then at this other end, we're going to do another 1/4 inch. I mean 1/2 inch. All right, then I'm going to put this aside. All right, so what we have here, we're going to fold on this long fold here. We do need to fold in this little tab on this side, and then we're going to bring this over to this fold line, not to the fold line, directly, but close to it. And then what's going to happen is this is going to be on the top, and then this is going to fold over, and this is going to be a side pocket. So in the meantime, we have these little tabs. So what we're going to do is this part is going to fold over and be on the top, and this is going to be the tab to go underneath here. So I probably would just go ahead and fold both of these sides, and then we're going to cut off the parts that we don't need. All right, so for this part here, I'm just going to cut right here where it's folded and up to the line, and I'm going to just cut these little diagonals out that we see on our pockets that we normally do. Okay, and then this part that is going to fold in, we need this tab and this tab. So we do not need this, so I'm going to cut this part off. And this is going to be a tab, so I'm going to miter that. Okay, so we aren't going to need this little square here. I'm going to cut at an angle here and here. And then we don't need any of this on the top. So we're going to cut this whole top part off. If I can cut straight. Okay, so then what we have here is these pieces are going to go in. This is going to fold over, which is going to create this top part. Then these tabs are going to fold in and glue those. And then this is what's going to create the side pocket. Now, you may have to look, because it looks like I am not completely straight. And I didn't cut that very well anyway, so let me just trim that. So that is the basis of your pocket. So from here, I have one ready already. I like to sew a lot of my stuff. So before I'm going to glue anything together, I went, this will be folded here, so I just did a stitch here because this will show. I stitched around here, I stitched around the back, I put, you know, thumb holes, which we can do here. Well, that didn't work very well. I was going to say, so I can do this all day long until I get on camera, and it just doesn't want to cut my paper. Well, okay. Well, anyway, we'll just pretend that it did. Okay, so I went around and I inked all my edges where I wanted it. I did all the sewing that I wanted. And then from here, I'm going to take my glue and I'm going to glue in down this edge. And then I'm going to glue these two flaps here. And then I will decorate how I want to and make a couple tags for it. What I've wanted to do in whatever upcoming journal I'm doing is to actually take a page from the kit that I'm working with and use that, and so then it will already be decorated. You could also go ahead, if you wanted to do different papers for each, you know, section, you could decorate it, then sew it, then glue it. You can use, you know, scrapbook paper. I do think I use 32-pound paper, and I feel like this is pretty good for this, for making this. I think if cardstock was too heavy, it might make it a little bit bulkier, maybe hard to work with. If you do, you definitely probably want to score it and not just fold it. But anyway, so I'm going to use some things from my stash, and I am going to decorate this. So now we have a pocket here, and then we have this pocket here. And you could actually not do anything here and just glue this down on the page. Or as I'm going to do, I'm going to decorate and then just use it as a floating pocket. So that's one idea, and I really love this idea. So I hope you do too. And then the next one that I'm going to do is really just a simple one. Pink Strawberries, Michelle from Pink Strawberries. I actually just found her YouTube channel a couple weeks ago. And she was doing, you know, using your 6x6 scrapbook paper. Of course, you could cut to size any paper that you wanted to use. You could probably adjust the size to this, but she, in her video, she was using up her paper. So I happen to have just a few 6x6 sheets, so that's what I'm going to use today. This is kind of heavy. It probably would be better if it wasn't quite so heavy, but this is what I'm going to use. So, and this is a really straightforward, easy kind of thing, but if you do want ideas for pockets, this video that I will link below is all about pockets and different things that you can do. Okay, so first, you be sure to be mindful of how your paper is going, how it needs to be. This is 6x6. I'm going to score it right in the middle at 3. And then depending on what size your paper is and how big your pocket is, then you can determine from there what you want to do. I'm just going to do 1.5. Okay. And then of course, you just fold it. And then you're going to fold your pocket up. Now, of course, if you want to just have a little booklet, this is not anything difficult. You can just, you know, you need to cut in the middle, but you probably need to do a little bit of a diagonal so that it will fold well. I am going to fold, well, I'm going to cut it first up to the score mark. And then I'm going to turn mine this way and then fold. And what I'm going to do is have a pocket at the top. I'm going to glue these so I have a pocket here in the front and then a pocket on this side. Okay, and so I did one of those also. I used the same paper here. I used Victorian velvet and inked around since I got pink. Purple thread was what was in my machine, so that's what I used. So I inked it, then I decided how I wanted, you know, my sewing to be, which you don't have to sew at all. You can just use glue, or you can even use washi tape here on the edge. So and then so I did a zigzag and then I did a straight stitch, and for some reason I can never do a straight stitch. I cannot do it. I do okay with the zigzag, but straight is just kind of lost on me. But anyway, I'm making this my front, so I did a little hole here, thumb hole, before I did the sewing. Okay, so now I'm going to glue this bottom and side to make the big pocket. Give that just a second to take hold. And then I'm gonna glue these flaps up. You could probably even fold these up and then just sew all the way around on these 3 sides, but you would lose some of your pocket room, I think. I'm going to do the same thing for this side. And I don't know, a person may still, just because these edges are rough here, still put some washi tape on the outside. But anyway, there you go. There's the pocket here, a pocket here, and a pocket on this side. And this could be another floating one that you could just stick in your journal or in a pocket. So that's just another idea. So these are just 2 ideas I wanted to share with you today. So I just encourage you this next week to make any pockets that you like and share them. Use the hashtag LDA Weekly Challenge so we can all see what you're creating. And also in the Line.Arrow Facebook group, it is Natalie's 2nd anniversary of her Etsy store. And recently she's also gotten 2,000 subscribers on her YouTube, but we are doing a celebration bingo, and that starts I'm not sure what day I'm sorry, but there is an event set up in the Line.Arrow Facebook group, so if you aren't a member, I encourage you to come over and join us. And she has a freebies for that challenge. To make your bingo cards, you can just do basic bingo cards to write your numbers. You need to fill in your numbers on your cards. You can have as many as 3. They do need to be posted in the challenge with the hashtag LDA Celebration Bingo so that we know what numbers everyone is playing with. But then there's lots of other embellishments and tags and things to play with that you can create, you know, a fun bingo card to go in your journal. So I would encourage you to come over and join us and have some fun with us. We would love to have you. And if you're already there, please get your bingo cards ready so that we can have some fun together. All right. And so this week is just going to be floating pockets, any pockets that you want to make using anything that you have, and please share them with us because we really would like to see. So thank you so much. I hope everyone has a wonderful week, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.